Yeah, I'm in the throes of the baseball playoffs and loving every minute of it.
Oh, there've been some great playoffs, haven't they?
There have been. I agree. I have to give you credit, bro. You called Colorado a while ago. I got to give you credit on that one.
I had to sell it to you.
Well, you did sell it to me, and actually, and I think they almost pulled off at least a stunning push to Game 5 the other night. But I think Philly was just too much.
Yeah, it was the top of the ninth inning. They scored some. They pulled
Pretty
ahead.
amazing.
Pulled ahead. That was.
What's your feelings on how things are going to go from here on out, bro?
Faz, the first thing I want to say, Faz, before I say anything, is this is our 11th show, Matt and Faz Sports Buzz, and I just want to say, Faz, welcome to Matt and Faz Sports Buzz.
It is always an honor to be here.
Nice. This is our 11th show, man.
11th show, I like it.
I think our last show
always
was almost 2 months to the date. 2 months ago.
It was a while back. I think we were ranking our baseball teams, and it's I'm sad to see my Red Sox out of it, but I think the LA Angels were just a better team, and no doubt about the fact that the Yankees are the class right now of the American League as well. But
definitely,
I tell you, the LA Angels have the Yankees' number. They're the only team since 1995 to have a winning record against the Yankees.
Nice stat.
And
so
over the
course of the season, the Angels have bettered the Yankees.
Yes, they have. And
wow.
I think the only time, the last time the Yankees have bettered the Angels was like 2003, I think, is what I had read.
Wow.
And so it's a pretty amazing stat. And so we'll see what, but it is playoffs time. It's
right. It just seems like, I don't know, to me it seems like just the Yankees are just getting better and better as each game goes on. I don't know. I'm seeing this monster evolve, and it's kind of scary.
They seem to be gelling. What do you think? What do you think is bringing them together?
I think A-Rod's play is definitely one of the factors. I mean, this guy had, 6 RBIs in 3 games? 2 home runs?
Pretty unbelievable for a guy who only had 1 RBI since 2004 in the playoffs.
Talking about shaking a monkey off your back. I mean, that's got to uplift the team.
I
and
think
you got
so.
Derek Jeter's playing fantastic baseball. That guy's a stud, isn't he?
I think he's had his best year yet. At 35 years old, I think he's a legitimate contender for the MVP of the American League.
That's amazing.
I think so.
Your buddy Johnny Damon. Oh, what a performance! 1 for 12, Tony. Oh.
As much as I like to give Johnny Damon a little crap, I always have.
Hey, come on, 1 for 12, no RBI.
1 for 12. I will tell you this.
Lollipop.
He has stepped it up when a team needs him, though. And believe me, as a Red Sox fan, watching him, he went 0 for 20 in that series in 2004 against the Yankees, and then had a huge grand slam in Game 7.
Yeah.
And so he brings it when necessary. But right now they don't need him. I'd like to see him come around. But
they don't need the guy.
They don't know where they could use him. I'm sure somewhere along the way. But right now, but he's been a proven performer in the postseason before. So we'll see what he's got.
That's true. The Yankees I'm hearing the Yankees might go with a 3-man rotation against the Angels. You heard that?
That's the rumor. Yeah, the rumor. But CC Sabathia is your prototypical workhorse, and this is the time of the year to use him.
What makes him so good, Tony? CC Sabathia.
He's a hard-throwing left-hander with a hell of a breaking ball, and and he's such a big guy, and so I think anyone coming at you from the left-hand side like he does, I mean, kind of reminds you a little bit of what Randy Johnson was as a left-hander, bringing hard stuff from the left-hand side, and it being such a big guy. I mean, and he's a workhorse. He doesn't tire out by the 5th inning.
He's got a lot of stamina. Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Guy looks like he's completely out of shape, Tony, but he just wears you down.
My theory on him was that Milwaukee just used him to death last year. He pitched on 3 days rest, I think 7 times, and I thought they used him too much. I thought his arm would pay for it this year, but it hasn't been the case. He's been a workhorse this year as well.
Hey Tony, are you hoping for a freeway series, the Angels Dodgers, or are you hoping to see the classic Los Angeles versus New York?
I'm a baseball fan, Matt.
Yeah.
And I can't. I'm not a Yankee fan, so don't take this the wrong way. I'm a baseball fan.
Oh, I know you are.
For baseball, I think the best series for baseball would be the Dodgers versus the Yankees.
Oh, wouldn't that be something? I mean, it's like we were talking earlier today on the phone in 1981. I remember distinctly being in the park across the street, and Mrs. Stein was one of our neighbors, and she was walking her dogs in the park, and she's like, "Ain't that something that the Yankees and the Dodgers are going to be in the World Series?" And I remember that, and that was in 1981.
Yeah, I mean, I think that was Fernando Valenzuela. Was in the Nando-mania back then?
Yeah, I guess he was a Cy Young winner in '81? I believe he was. 81 or 82. I think he was.
And he was definitely the that crazy screwball he threw. And
is that what is that his pitch was? A screwball?
A screwball back in the day.
Wow.
And that was, I think they did a number on the Yankees back then. I think, from what I remember, we go back to being kids, but I think Ron Say hit a pretty big home run.
Ron Say, wow, that's a memory.
Ron Say.
Guys,
yeah, that was the year before Don Mattingly got there, and they never got there with Mattingly again until his final season.
Yeah. Hey Tony, what do you think of Andy Pettitte? I mean, what's his repertoire? I mean, he looks like he's scheduled for maybe he's the third man of the 3-man rotation with Burnett in the middle.
Well, he's a postseason warrior.
Yeah.
He doesn't have hard stuff. He's a painter. He reminds me a lot of Tom Glavine, but he's
nice comparison.
He wins big games. He's always won big games, and he's a big game pitcher. Does he have Hall of Fame stats? I don't know yet. I don't think so. But he's borderline. He's borderline.
Yeah. He's done pretty well. I don't know how many rings the guy has. I remember he was in that Houston team. Of course, they didn't win. 2005, they got shut out.
He was there. He was. He also was there in 2001 with the Yankees when they lost.
Oh yeah, that was against the Florida. It was the Marlins, wasn't it?
No, 2001 was against the Arizona Diamondbacks.
Diamondbacks. That's right. That was
that was when.
That was one of the meltdowns you were talking about, wasn't it?
Mariano Rivera blew saving the 9th inning.
That's right.
And, I think what we were talking about is the thing I love about Mariano Rivera is it didn't affect his career any. The guy is still he's still the best closer I've ever seen.
I mean, you hear people talk about sports teams and you hear the word organization a lot, like fine organization. And as much as I'm not a Yankees fan myself, but you got to look at the Yankees team and say what a well-run organization it is. I mean, they just have just golden touch. I don't know. It's the management style, the cash, and they just seem to know how to run a ball club, Tony.
Well, they know how to run the major league team with a lot of money. I mean, I don't think that I think their minor league system was trash for about 10 years there, but they seem to be building that up as well now too.
Yeah.
And I think that was a throwback to what they were in the 90s. In the early 90s, they brought up some great minor leaguers, guys who won them championships, guys like Andy Pettitte and Mariano Rivera and Derek Jeter and Bernie Williams, guys who were the core of those championship teams. And they got away from that. They started signing big name guys like Giambi and going out and just getting the high priced guys and Carl Pavanos of the world and the guys who couldn't do anything in the postseason and the Gary Sheffields of the world and A-Rods even at the time,
Yeah.
But what they seem to be doing now is trying to build that core back up again. And I always forget about Jorge Posada too. He's a farmhand as well too. And so
speaking of when you mentioned Jorge Posada, I'm thinking